Is the sixth sense real power or myth?
Imagine sensing a threat that is still invisible to the eye, or feeling a presence in a room before you've even turned the corner. We are taught to navigate reality through 5 physical gates: sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. For most of modern history, if information didn't arrive through one of these channels, we dismissed it as impossible. Yet recorded history is saturated with moments that defy this logic, instances where people knew a specific truth with absolute certainty, despite having no physical evidence to support it. In one documented case, a mother jolted awake in the dead of night, paralyzed by a sudden feeling of panic. She reached for her phone to call her son, only to find that at that exact moment, miles away, he had just been pulled from a car wreck. In another, a traveler at a crowded airport felt a sudden, visceral urge to leave the gate and cancel his trip. He walked away from his ticket. Hours later, that specific flight suffered a catastrophic engine failure midair. We have traditionally labeled these events as mere luck or strange coincidences, but if they occur with enough frequency, they suggest a different possibility, that we are looking at an unmapped feature of human biology. To find the source of these hunches, we have to move past the anecdotes and look at how the brain actually handles data. Neuroscientist Dr. Emily Carter investigates the mechanics of human perception. Her research shows that the vast majority of our neurological activity occurs entirely below the level of conscious awareness. Your brain receives millions of raw data points every second, but only a fraction reach conscious thought. Your subconscious organizes the remaining data, building a predictive map. Detecting danger triggers an immediate physical reaction, sending a sharp signal through the nervous system before you can think. This early warning system is a biological reality. It is a form of hyper-efficient calculation that functions at speeds the logical mind simply cannot reach. While modern labs map the brain's circuitry, spiritual traditions have explored this internal landscape through a different lens for thousands of years. Teachers like Master Arun approach this phenomenon through the practice of observation. These traditions describe intuition as a direct connection to a deeper layer of existence, calling it the voice of the soul or a form of internal guidance that bypasses the ego. The primary requirement to access this guidance is the cultivation of inner silence. The goal is to quiet the internal chatter of the mind until the subtle inner voice becomes audible. When we compare these two perspectives, a common mechanism emerges. The biological data and the spiritual practices both describe a process of accessing information that exists just outside our typical focus. The brain's subconscious pattern alerts are incredibly subtle. In the noise of a modern, fast-paced life, these signals are easily drowned out by the constant stream of conscious thoughts and distractions. What the spiritual tradition calls inner silence is actually the precise mental state needed to hear those biological warnings. By quieting the conscious mind, we allow the subconscious signals to finally break through the filter. Intuition functions best when these two worlds meet. It relies on the brain's massive data processing power to identify the pattern and a quiet, focused mind to actually receive the message. Since this sixth sense is built into our biological and mental architecture, it can be developed. It is a latent capability that becomes sharper with specific training. Daily meditation and mindfulness act as technical exercises for the mind. They work to lower the background volume of the conscious ego, making the subconscious signals much easier to detect. Habits like journaling and sitting in silence help bridge the gap. They teach the mind to recognize the specific physical sensations, the gut feelings that occur when the brain spots a pattern before the eyes do. These practices essentially fine-tune your neurological receptivity. You are teaching your conscious awareness to trust the complex data your brain is already processing. This capability is a native human feature, an evolved synthesis of biological pattern recognition and focused awareness. We are built to perceive far more of the world than our 5 senses suggest. By quieting the noise of the day, you unlock the vast, untapped potential of the mind that has been watching over you.